So hey everyone, welcome again to my YouTube channel, and today we are going to solve a new question from our top interview 150 question series. And the today's question title is valid anagram. So let's read the question first. So we have been given a to a string s and t, and we have to return true if t is an anagram of s and false otherwise. The definition of anagram states that a word or a phrase formed by rearranging the letters of a different word or phrase, typically using all the original letters exactly once. So what here given is that we have been given to a strings s and t, and we have to find that if t is an anagram of s or not. And the definition states that t has should be found by using each and every character of this s string. So we have to find an approach by which we can check this. Now let's understand the question and find a solution. So here I have taken the example first, and here you can see that we have s string and t string. So what we can do to check is that what we have to do is that we have to check if all the characters on this string s is being used to form the t or not. So you can start iterating in our string t. Let's start with n, and we can check if n is present in s or not. You can see that n is here present. So what we do, we check it. If it's present, we remove it, and we move to the next index. We next check a, and now we check for a in s. So we find s at first index. We remove it and we return true. That means we are good to go. Now next we are at the next index. We found g. Now we again search for g. Yes, g is present. So we remove it from s and we move to the next index. Again we find a. We search for a in the left ones. So we again get a. We removed a and move to the next index. Now we get r. We again get r. Now we get a. Again we get a, and here we have m, and the last is n. So here you can see that we have traversed through all the character in a string t, and we have also found all the characters in the s. That means we have also removed all the character in s. So this is an ideal situation where we can simply say that yes, t is an anagram of s and we return true. In other cases, we have to return false. So basically you can see that what we are doing is that we are searching for a character present in t string in the s string. So a simple approach which you can think is that which data structure provides us a best way to store and find the characters or elements. So you can simply say that it is a map. Map is a data structure. It will give us a easy access of characters. So what we can do is that we can store all the characters present in s in a map, and from this map we can directly check if the character in the t are present in that or not. And when we check if it is present, we remove it. So this is the approach we are going to follow, and by this we can easily solve this question. So let's start, and what we have to do is that we can first take an unordered map of type char comma int, because we are storing their occurrence and their value, that means char. Let's take name as m. Now one thing which we can check, that if the size of a string t and s are not equals, then we can simply return false, because if they are not equal, then they are never going to be anagram, because size is the requirement. That means we have to use each and every character present in s. So we can first check if s dot length is not equals to s dot, sorry, t dot length. So if this is the case, then what we can do, we can simply return false. Now next what we have to do, we have to store the values present in our s string in our map. So we can iterate in our s string from int I equals to 0, I less than s dot length I plus plus. What we have to do is that we have to write m si plus equals to 1. Now next what we have to do, we have to simply check by traversing in our ts string. So we write for int I equals to 0, I less than t dot length I plus plus. And here what we do, we check in a condition that if we find the character in our map or not. So we will take m dot find, which value we have to find, we have to find ti if it is present. So we will check it by using not equals to m dot end. So if it is present, so if it is present, what we have to do, we have to first decrease it. So what we do, we write m ti minus equals to 1. Now what we will do is that we will check if our mti is equals to 0. That means all the characters present for this value has been removed. So we can simply remove it from our map. So we'll write m dot erase and we'll provide the value that is ti. So for this part, why we're doing this is that next time when it came, it doesn't get entered into this if condition because it is already zero. So we will remove it. Now in else part, what we'll do, we'll simply return false because it contradicts our situation to be anagram because all the characters should be present in our s. Now if all the for loop has been completed, so we can simply return true. Now let's try to run this code. So this is accepted. Now let's submit this. Okay, so this is successfully submitted. So this is an easy question, an interesting question of unordered map. So that's all for today. Thank you guys.